friends, and welcome back to another episode of A Little Bit Woo. We are your hosts, Kirsty and Gemma, and today we are talking about Manifest, which is the event Kirsty and I went to last week.
In Newcastle,
yes. And I just want to start off with quoting one of the speakers, which was the absolutely amazing and inspirational Kirsty Gallagher. And she said, which I wrote right at the top of my notes in big letters and put stars and hearts around it, "You're only going to find your tribe when you're you." Or should I say, when you're woo?
Woo! Well, there was definitely lots of woo people there. We definitely found our tribe that day. And it wasn't anything to do with horses.
Do you know what? It was, so Kirsty and I are on pretty much spending the next month together, much to our partners'
You're welcome.
And we're basically got things planned every weekend. So we kicked off last weekend with a trip to Newcastle, and yes, we found Mad Joy, which was great.
Yeah, we danced until 2:30 in the morning.
The night before.
In the city vaults, if anybody needs somewhere good to go in Newcastle. Highly recommend. Pop World, little disappointing.
Oh, no.
I mean, we're going to have to go around and rate all the Pop Worlds in the country now.
You know, people can do, you know, like YouTubers get
Sign me up.
Silly amounts of money for going around like hotels and stuff and rating hotels and stuff and videoing it. Yeah. We could do that for Pop World.
Well, I feel we've already got the video footage for the first two.
That's true. We'll just keep going.
Liverpool in a few weeks.
Yeah. Oh dear. So yeah, and then it was really nice actually, because then we went there on the Saturday. We thought we'd make a weekend of it. On the Sunday, we did completely girly stuff that we would not do.
I even put a dress on, guys, which is not me. I mean, it was very warm and a little bit windy, actually.
There was a couple of Marilyn Monroe moments.
But yeah, how nice was it to just actually be like, take off the jodhpurs
we potted
and just not smell of horse.
We spent an hour in
put
TK Maxx.
Yeah, and just, it was so lovely. I don't think I've done that. Well, I can't even think of a time when I've just been somewhere and not had any reason to be anywhere else. You know, no. We were there the whole day. We had nowhere else to be. We had no horses to tend to.
People watch.
We got to do like normal things, and it was really refreshing.
It was really refreshing, and I think it's something that we do actually want to speak. We want to do a podcast about, which is about rest and what is rest.
Different types of rest,
and what does rest mean to you individually. And I think especially like we had Mad Joy on Saturday night, which was just so much fun. Then Sunday was all about just complete switch off. We didn't really do anything, did we, apart from
eat,
the things that
drink and shop
and sleep and have a picnic of chocolate whilst watching Jurassic Park in the evening, and did face masks. Who are we?
I did your lashes.
Who are we? Like, what?
You did my hair.
I plaited her hair. Not really. Oh yeah, I put it in a heatless curler, didn't I?
Yeah,
we just did things that
we can be girly.
We don't do. And I think it's something that is really important, you know, especially for us as professionals and us women as general. We tend to get bogged down in the everyday, you know, mundane things that need to be, you know, life admin or whatever. But then to have that time to do stuff that's
and to find us
for us and just giggle and laugh and people watch. It was actually really, really cool and really, really nice. And then on the Monday, we went to Manifest. So you're going to explain what Manifest is?
So Manifest is what would you class it as? It's not a festival, is it? It was like
I can see it becoming a festival.
Yeah, I can see it becoming a festival, but it's more of like a conference-y sort of setup, wasn't it? So there were speakers all day. There were a few workshops at lunchtime, a few stalls selling crystals and things, and it was put on by Mart Tweedy, who is the founder of Canny Crystals, who has his own podcast. Who's really cool. So basically, he'd just invited loads of cool people that he probably wanted to listen to as well, and just he had an idea, and he rolled with it, and look what it made. It made for such a great day of people all in the same space, all with the same sort of intention of why they were there. Like, it's just lovely to be in a room full of women, mainly women. There weren't many men there. Just, all uplifting each other. There was no bitchiness. It was we were all there for the same reasons. We just, want to, manifest, basically. We want to improve our lives for the better.
Yeah. I always never get tired of hearing Mart's journey to getting to where he was and his backstory.
Yeah.
And how he was working in the NHS. I'm not going to go into detail, because I actually think you should really go and listen to his pod, because he is great. He's so funny.
Yeah.
And his backstory of how he founded Canny Crystals. He worked in the NHS for, I don't know, I can't remember off the top of my head how many years, but for a long time. And then it was from a death, his granddad, or his granddad as he calls him, passed away, that he then found this sort of almost like a reawakening, and then really got into crystals, and how many years later he's quit his job in the NHS. He's working solely under Canny Crystals. He's got workshops. He's all about the law of attraction and manifestation and crystals and healing and mental health and stuff. And then fast forward over this time that he's naturally evolved as a person in his spiritual journey. He's now putting on events that have got quite world-renowned speakers coming to speak.
Yeah.
So,
and in the north as well.
Oh no!
Do you know what I love though? Like, he was saying about
it was like a Northerners united, wasn't it?
How he was like, oh, somebody told me to use crystals back then, and I was just like, what the hell are they gonna do? Like, I feel like whenever I say things about crystals to people that aren't really into crystals, that's kind of what I'm met with. And it just shows, doesn't it, that if you can just open your mind up to these things, like, look at him now, like, that is how he makes his money, is by selling crystals, and he didn't believe until he did believe. So I just think, just go into everything with an open mind, really. People will probably poo-poo the idea of manifesting, but again, like you say, if you listen to Mart's story of how he's got to where he is, it's undeniable that manifestation, it is a thing, because it's just, I don't know.
Do you know what? I'm just reading through my notes that I'd taken. So each individual person had done about half an hour to 45-minute talk, and I'm actually looking. I mean, his attention to detail is unbelievable. Like, this guy has done this whole event. There was 500 people there.
Yeah.
And he's done this whole event, from the marketing to the website to the booklet we're holding up,
which even matched my nails on the day.
Yeah,
like, how did he even know
himself? He had no team behind him. Unbelievable. So I'm always one of those, when I go to an event like that, I basically have to. I only write down the things that sort of really come out to me. Anyway,
I'm loving you reading yours, because I'm like, I wonder if I've written the same.
Well, and this is going to be a bit weird, but do you know, it's just something that's just jumped out to me, and it's something that I think is quite relevant, even potentially to the horse world. So there's 86,400 seconds in a day.
Look at the only thing I wrote on my page.
Right.
86,000 seconds in a day?
Well, it's 86,400.
Oh, well, I've obviously lost 400 somewhere.
So there's 86,400 seconds in a day. And what he was saying, he was talking about, you know, goal setting and planning and stuff like that. And basically, it's like, use those seconds wisely.
Yeah.
Which...
There was one of the other speakers, not jumping ahead, but I think it was it Suzy? And she was basically saying, like, if somebody gave you like a meter, oh no, it was the money thing, wasn't it? If they gave you like £1,000 to spend every day, and you spent it you had to spend it by 12 o'clock midnight every day, otherwise the balance reset. She was like, you'd spend every single penny every single day. If you were given £1,000 every single day, you would spend it all. You wouldn't just leave it sat there to then reset. But we do that with our time. Like, we have the same amount of hours in a day every day, but sometimes we don't use all them hours.
I think the using it wisely, what I sort of interpreted it as is, it's not use it wisely as in we should be running around like headless chickens. Using it wisely sometimes means the rest, the self-care, the meditation, the down-regulation, sitting in a garden, grounding yourself.
Well, I think it comes back to that weekend. Like, the whole of that Sunday is, you know, we would never have scheduled out a full day to go and do all of that. But actually, we really needed that.
Oh, completely.
And at the point when I said to you, because we had planned initially to record podcasts that day, and I was like, we both looked at each other and we were like, no, let's not. Let's just rest. And it's really what we needed. Yeah.
So the second person that came and did a talk was a lovely, lovely lady called Jude Daunt.
Daunt, yeah.
And she was a mindset and life coach, and she was actually she's actually Mart's life coach.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She was lovely. She sounded like Cheryl Cole, didn't she, when she spoke? Just that really soft, like, South Shields accent.
You're right, hon.
Do you not think it's
Have you got
really
a thing for
lovely...
South Shields accents? Really, yes.
I just think it's a really warm accent.
Really?
Yeah. Really kind, really warm.
I just think, yeah. Never thought of it like that, though. Anywho. So, yeah, she, again, another, I always find it, well, no, actually, I was going to say fascinating. Isn't fascinating. A lot of people that end up in this sort of realm is because they've had an awakening after having huge trauma in their lives.
Huge trauma, yeah.
I think we all have to some degree. But yeah.
Well, the main thing that came to me from that one was the quote, "It's not that deep." And it was basically referring back to, like, you know, we worry about so much stuff in life, but then when you have a bit of a reality check, it's not that deep. Like, you know, you might lose your keys. It's not that deep. Somebody might say something bad about you. It's not that deep. Like, there's more.
Back to the let them, let me.
It does go back to the let them, let me. And we say with everything, don't we? We're not reinventing the wheel, and everybody's kind of saying the same things, but just from their perspective. You know, in the horse world and in real world life as well. But yeah, that I've all week that's kind of sat with me is it's not that deep. It's so true.
One of the things that she said, just looking through my notes, is that consistent action gives you a dopamine hit. So keep getting the hit. So I thought about that, like, you know, about consistency with your goals, or consistency, even if you want to relate it to horses and the way you're working with your horses. It's that consistency of love, consistency of kindness, consistency of how you show up to your horses is what is going to give you that dopamine hit, and therefore probably give your horses the dopamine hit.
Well, I wrote down from hers, if you show up every day, you remove your limiting beliefs. So limiting beliefs are the things that stop you from progressing.
And ego is it sabotages.
Yeah. And then the other thing I wrote down, if you force the outcome, it won't happen.
Mm.
And if it's that big, if it means that much to you, it means a lot.
I love how we've written pretty much the same thing.
And then she said, everything's always a little bit shit the first time, and I think that's really resonant with especially with horses. Like, we strive for perfection all the time, but actually, you know, you might get your ends in a muddle, or you might get your long line in a muddle, or, you know, it's going to be a bit shit the first time, and probably the second time, the third time. Like, that's, you've got to start somewhere, haven't you? And it's always going to be a little bit shit, and we've just got to acknowledge that and roll with it.
Yeah.
A bit like our podcast last week, the recording. Sound quality, it's a little bit shit, but we're rolling with it. We're not professionals.
Yeah. What was your feedback on that, guys? We genuinely thought it was an absolute fantastic. The conversation flowed. We love Ross. He's great, and both Kirsty and I did feel quite disappointed and frustrated that, you know, everything had gone against us then. But then it was almost like a universal reminder that life is not perfect and just do it anyway.
Yeah, and I think, you know,
it's going to be shit, so just get on with it. That's what's real. That's what makes you real.
I was like, yeah, you know, I completely, we get it. We are real, and we do. You know, I'm not a tech person, so yeah.
Our third, the third speaker was the world-renowned, absolutely flipping amazing Suzy Ashworth.
Oh, as soon as she walked out in that sequin hot pants and sequin vest top and sequin jacket, I was like, this girl is for me.
She just literally come back from Ibiza.
I don't think she just stepped off the plane.
No, she came back the day before.
Oh, well, she obviously just...
She's still very much in Ibiza.
She was very much in Ibiza vibes, yeah. So, she was mega, wasn't she? She opened her
energy.
Her energy was mega. We were just like, she's our sort of person. And so she started her talk by singing Donna Summer, I Feel Love, and made us all get up and dance. And yeah, it was mega. But the reason why she got us to get up and dance was because feeling helps you open up. So that's why she made us dance before, because actually feeling the music would open you up to receiving what she was going to say next. So actually really tactical in how to deliver a talk.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to be getting up there anytime soon in any sequin hot pants, but yeah, I'm all down for the dancing.
So she was talking about quantum leaps. And one of the things that stuck out for me was how she said that you either jump or the universe will push you.
Oh.
And faith plus action equals miracles. And I think that's something that's even, I love how we're relating this back to horses, but us as personal, you know, if we have a desire, and I'm not going to say a goal because I don't think we should put that expectation on ourselves with our horses. If we have a desire or a love, or, you know, like the out, or, you know, here, for example, my desire is I'd like to get Dolly to the arena, just me and Dolly and Cal, and be able to walk her around in a really calm, relaxed posture, and her maybe have some meditation time and walk back. So that's my desire, and I'm not going to put any pressure on it. But my faith plus action equals the miracle. So, like the other day, we done all our, you know, down regulation and stuff like that, and it was like you could either jump or the universe is going to push us, and the next minute we're in the car park.
Yeah.
With Cal and Dolly.
Yeah.
And I had Dolly. Now, you could be thinking like, oh, what the hell? That's not a biggie. Listen.
No, that's a biggie.
For my horse, for my doll, that's feckin' huge. and for me to be with her as well. She wanted me. She's very clingy that day, actually. It's a big thing. I love that quote that she'd said, and I feel it's really funny. There's so much that in the talk, but you just, the things that really hit in the moment, you just, yeah.
I made loads of notes for Suzy, but yeah, it's mainly she was talking about the you either go from the outside in or the inside out, and a lot of people work from the outside in. So it's how am I going to do it? What am I going to do? And then how are you going to think and feel and behave about that? Whereas she was saying that you need to really work from the inside out. So you need to think, feel, how you think, feel, and behave about the thing. Then the what, and then the how are you going to do it?
She said you can think your way out of any problem.
Yeah.
But you have to feel it.
Yeah.
You have to feel it to think it.
Yeah.
Which is something that, you know, if you think about working with horses, sometimes the feel to me is more important. It goes back to that, you know, there's so many, training, for example, or you could even say body work, the head knowledge, the steps, the thinking.
Yeah.
It's the feel.
And the behaviour. So it does come back to that, doesn't it? It's the thinking, the feel, and the behaviour. And that's the identity, basically. And then you work outwards from that. Yeah, so I think with the body work and, you know, bringing this back to horses, think, feel, behave, that's the starting point. Then what are we going to do with that then? And then how are we going to do it?
Yeah.
Rather than going, how are we going to do this? What are we going to do? And then looking at the behaviour, the feelings and the thought process for the horse. Like, I think that's gold, is that? Coming from a therapist perspective.
Yeah. And it's only fear that stops us.
Yeah, well, I get that.
Wow. Yeah. We're doing a deep dive. Did we get the recordings of that weekend?
Yeah, I don't think they're available just yet.
We need to go back. And then there was another speaker called Victoria Jackson. She was lovely.
She was from Leeds.
She's proper your end of
proper northern. Well, apparently we're not northern according to people from Newcastle, but hey, I'm still flying the northern flag.
So she talked a lot about visualization, which is something that's right up my street. And she said that we can create new beliefs through neuro pathways by visualization. And I didn't write a lot of notes about it.
We didn't write a lot of notes because we had our eyes closed and she talked us through a visualization.
We did a visualization. I was like, why have I not future self walk? That was it.
Yeah.
So she was talking about, so we said this in our, like, when we were saying about our gratitude and writing, we write our day in future tense.
Yeah.
So what she does is she does it whilst walking.
Yeah.
She goes on a future self walk. So she says she like takes herself in the woods or whatever and then visualizes while she's active in, because I guess in a way it is, you know, her visualization walk is a present meditative state. And she was saying that she does her visualization or a future self walk. I thought it was really cool, that.
Yeah. And then she talked us
we
through
could do
our
future self poo picking. Next time you're in the field picking up that horse's shit, just visualize your future
as a glass of prosecco on a yacht. That's
in the Mediterranean.
That's not my future.
In the Mediterranean.
I'd end up spewing over the edge.
Yeah, but that was really good, that one.
Yeah, I just think visualizing is really powerful, and I think we should probably do a podcast on just that, because the book that we're reading in the book club at the minute is about visualizing as well, isn't it? So I think that's one that we come back to. But again, you know, check out all these people. I'll put the names in the show notes because they were all phenomenal people that I think everybody should really know about. Just to make your life a little bit easier. I mean, you know.
After lunch, there was an absolutely beautiful soul, Katie Mantwa George. She led us through a meditation. Her story was quite good. She was at the Happy Place last year.
Yeah. She was lovely.
Yeah.
I did just feel that a meditation after lunch was not great because I was nearly falling asleep. Not because of anything she was saying, just because I'd had a heavy lunch.
I loved it how though she guided us through a very intuitive meditation, which was, yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, it was a bit. We'd done a meditation. The timing wasn't
great, but she was lovely.
We'd done a meditation just before lunch and then one straight after lunch.
Yeah.
But it did bring us back in the room.
It did bring us back in the room. And I'd like to see more of her. So if she is at Happy Place, then...
She was there last year, and I'm sure she's doing it this year. So, but her energy was just beautiful.
Yeah, really lovely.
I'm trying to think what did she... She got a lot of spiritual sort of background, hadn't she? Yeah, she was fantastic. Really, really lovely. And then we had the amazing Kimberley Gallagher. So Kimberley Gallagher is she's the feng shui expert. She's actually on this morning. And yeah.
She was also horsey.
She was. She'd got into.
She was an equine science teacher apparently at some point,
and
then randomly got into feng shui, and you know.
Well, look at her now.
Now living her best life.
Lives in Australia, and goes on this morning. I was blown away by her knowledge of what is happening in the quantum realms, ether. Like, yeah. Again, not going to go into it. It is very woo, but it was like the synchronicities of what's happening in this season of the world we're living in today was like I had one too many haha moments during that.
You know, we say she was a feng shui expert. I didn't feel, for me, feng shui is like, oh, this is where you put your bowl in your house, and this is where you position your sofa. It was next level, wasn't it? It was like you say, bringing what's going on in the universe into everything,
and it was all, and
the feng shui of the world, wasn't it? And the universe, not just of your house or your bedroom.
Yeah, but it was also the feng shui of you.
Yeah,
and yeah, it was feng shui on another level. What's the book called?
It's called The Calm and Happy Home.
That's it. They did it in the book club, but we weren't members then.
No, it's new.
Oh, is it new?
Yeah.
No, I'm sure they've. I think I've actually got
pre-order yours today, it says.
No, she's done another book. Oh, well, there you go.
So my quote that I took from her on that's at the top of my page was showing up 10 out of 10 all the time is exhausting. Aim for a 7 out of 10 and that will lead to contentment and happiness.
Yeah.
So we don't want to be, if you're always operating 10 out of 10 all the time, that's absolutely exhausting. But if you can show up for the world as a 7 out of 10, I mean, if you ride a dressage test, most people are aiming for a 7 out of 10, aren't they? So that's well, it's above satisfactory, isn't it? But yeah, 7 out of 10, and I like that. I thought that's a really nice figure. And she said, and just have a checklist in your mind to then, if you wake up and you're only a 4 out of 10, well, you don't need to get to a 7 out of 10 that day, but maybe can you get to a 5 out of 10 or a 6 out of 10 by going through your little checklist of your life and raising your frequency a little bit.
Yeah.
So I like that.
really, really liked her. And yeah.
Oh, and then at the end, when she played Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield, I've been singing that ever since.
Yeah.
But it's such a good song.
The rest is still unwritten.
And it was about writing your own story, wasn't it?
All I've written at the top of my notes was, I get to do this. Wow. That's good. Let me go tingly.
Let me go tingly and smiling.
I get to do this. I get to do this life. I get to do this job. I get to do this service to the world. I get to spend time with you. I get to have amazing people. I get to uplift people. I get to do this.
Yeah.
And then the rest is still unwritten.
And I think that's really potent, isn't it? You know, having horses, I won't say privileged, we are privileged, but, you know, I think we, again, coming back to joy and everything else, we lose all of that because we forget to just be really grateful that we get to do this. We get to ride horses. We get to
be with them.
We get to be with horses.
We get to love them.
Yeah.
How fucking lucky is that?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if that doesn't take you from a 4 up to a 10, then, I mean, we don't want to be aiming for 10. If that doesn't take you from a 4 up to an 8, then I don't know what's doing it for you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, here we go.
My horse, okay.
Oh, I love my horses. It's like I sent a message to Ross the other day, and I was voice noting him, and I was like, oh, I've just been in the field talking to my boy, and I was like, do you just know that little bit, the snuggy bit right on the side, that little piece of
right on the skin, especially when they've got like summer coat and it's gone all like velvety at the side of the nose. I know exactly what you mean. I love sniffing that bit.
My shit every time.
Right.
And Cal's like, "Can I have a kiss, Mom?" And I'm like, like, you're my joy. I get to do this with you. How lucky am I?
Super lucky.
Oh, that boy of mine.
I love when you talk about Cal. You just go to like a next level of gooiness.
He's like
you like almost OG. Like a self-implode on how much you love him.
I don't think I could love him any harder if I tried. I'd break his bones.
I literally feel like you're just gonna like poof.
Yeah. I think Ross has got a video of me where I'm literally kissing him, and then I just literally do a whole the girl out of the Despicable Me, where she goes, "He's so fluffy, I'm gonna die." I just sort of like went all like stiff armed, and I shook my fingers at my arms, and I was like, "Oh!" Like, he's just caught me on video. I might drop it on the
candid.
Yeah, I was like, I love him, all right. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Well,
a girl who needs no introduction because we talk about her all the time.
Francesca Amber.
She was class. She talk about authentic self. Like,
no shit's given.
No shit's given.
Stood on a stage with a vodka and coke, literally
talking about dicks.
Right. Okay. This is the level. I mean, if you think we're naughty, she's just on our wave, isn't she?
Yeah.
Totally authentic. Absolutely in her power.
Yeah.
Isn't she? She's in her power. At the end of just before we dive into what she spoke about, but at the end of the conference, we went over to her and had our pictures taken with her, and we walked up and told her about the podcast and stuff like that. Now,
she was the reason why we started the podcast, essentially.
Yeah, because of the book club.
So we wanted to thank her.
Yeah, and we said like we're horsey girls, and she used to have a horse. Well, that got into complete.
Well, she literally turned round and she went, "Can I just ask you a question?" in her Essex accent. I'm not going to do it. And she's like, "I used to have a gelding." And she went, "Somebody told me you should put baby oil on the dick to clean it. Is that true?" And I was like, "I've literally just met you.
And I
And
literally...
I maybe won't put baby oil on it, but yeah, you need to clean his dick.
And then I literally turned around and went, but there's professional dick cleaners now. And she's like, right, that's it. I'm going to have a new career if all else fails. It's like, oh, she was absolutely... What I loved about Fran was, obviously, we've listened to her on her own podcast and then in the book club. She is no different.
No. She is her true, authentic self. And if you don't like it, then you don't like it. But, I love her.
I think she's great.
Yeah.
I love her. Well, I think her banter and her tone is right up our street anyway. She drops quite a lot of F-bombs right up our street.
Yeah.
Which to me is a form of rebellion.
And she speaks what she thinks. And,
but what she says makes sense.
She doesn't fluffy quote things, does she? She just speaks it as it is. And in her experience of life, that's how things are. I mean, she's... maybe don't speak of men very highly sometimes, but that's her truth and that's where she's at, isn't it? And I respect her for that.
Yeah, she's so she mainly spoke about her new book, which she's very proud that she's just launched, and it's
Manifest Like a Mother, it's called.
Manifest Like a Mother. I was expecting it to say motherfucker.
Well, I presume that's what it does mean.
Yeah. And yeah, it's all about basically...
I'm not sure Waterstones would let you put motherfucker on the shelf.
Could you imagine? What does fucker mean? Half the kids in this day and age knows what the word means anyway, so...
Wow.
Yeah, so she is a law of attraction specialist, and she spoke all about self-development, but especially from a mother's perspective, and how almost like how to life hack.
Yeah, they were basically life hacks, weren't they? I don't feel like the book, yes, it is for mothers because she's written it from a mother's perspective, hasn't she? Because she's a mother of 3, she's a single parent. But a lot of what she was saying the book's about, I was like, that's so cool. Like, yeah, like that can apply to me. Well, I suppose I'm a mother to 2 furry animals, but Elmo and Bramble.
Yeah.
And yeah, but
I totally encourage anyone, if you're on our vibe, check out The Law of Attraction Changed Our Life. She just owns who she is, and
she's not afraid to get it wrong either, is she? Like, she just interprets it as she is on the day. And I kind of binge listened to her podcast when you told me about it, when we started doing the morning gratitude. And, there's things she'll say, and then 6 months later, she'll have changed her mind on things.
Do you know what?
That's called evolving, isn't it?
Do you know what I love as well? Is that sometimes there's this... in society, there can be this, like, stereotyping of what a holistic or spiritual or wooey type person will be.
Yeah.
And especially in the horse world.
Yeah.
There's, like... what you're seeing now is this picture perfect lighting, sunshine on a glittery brown coat, picture perfect photographic scene, and which is great. You do you, but what I love about Fran is she showcases that anybody can be spiritual.
Yep.
She's got fake tits, fake
hair, fake lips.
Yeah. And this is not us disrespecting
her.
But
she'll quite openly admits it's fake.
And
she used to be a spray tanner.
Yeah.
Like,
and I think that's it. It's like, what I love about Fran is she's like, I'm not walking around with a flipping an Indian tribe looking flipping fleece jumper on and Harmon pants and dreadlocks in my hair. If you want to do that, fine.
That's fine. But it's, that image is not, you don't have to have that image to be spiritual.
No. And also what I love about Fran is she says part of her manifestation, and I think it comes from Denise Duffield Thomas as well, and not Francesca Amber, because that's Francesca, Amanda Francis. She wrote a book called Rich as Fuck. Gotta read that, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Denise Duffield Thomas is Chilpanair. And again, what they come about perspective, you know, these women are just, you know, everyday women, but very wealthy.
Yeah.
And
absolutely smashing life.
Absolutely smashing life. All of them batshit crazy in the best sense.
Yeah.
What I love is how they all talk about like incremental upgrades, that you dress for the life that you want.
Mm-hmm.
That, you know, you're basically constantly saying to the universe, this is me. And I'm preparing myself.
Mm.
And I love that for Fran. I've having watched her
Been on a
on
journey
socials, been on a podcast for a good few years now. I've watched her progress as a woman as she's been doing her self-development work through the book club and stuff like that, and interpreting. Like, she said that she was this year's been about her, she wanted to be hot for 40, and her thing was that her health was her wealth, and that she wanted to go into her 40s looking better than she did in her 30s. And she looks incredible.
She does.
Incredible. And she's straight up, because she's like, she'll go, bitch, I haven't got time to fucking meditate and sit on the floor
or journal.
Yeah, she's like, I haven't got time for
and
that.
I'm like, oh, I love that, because
So
I
what
don't
I do
like journaling either.
So what I do is I just put some gratitude music on
and sing
and dance with the kids.
My favourite thing was when she was talking about visualization, and she said, you know, you can pay and go to these workshops. She's like, I don't have an hour on my evening when I'm looking after 3 kids to go and paint at a workshop. She said, but I can paint with the kids, and I draw my perfect house and visualize my perfect house. And she was like, and now I'm living in it. And I was like, yeah, that's perfect, isn't it? You know,
life
try and tie it in. I mean, there's so much you can tie into when you're with your horses, isn't there? Like we say, when you're poo picking, you can do stuff, or when you're riding, you can visualize, or, you know, go through things in your head. I mean, that's
affirmations,
perfect,
mantras.
Yeah.
The girl that came on after Fran, I've seen her a few times. Like, she's come through my feed a lot. I think she had done a bit of work with Leanne Brown, you know, the one that was on The Real Housewives of Cheshire.
Oh, yeah.
And she's gone really on a spiritual journey now. She did a bit of work with her. And I've seen like a few of her, like, things have always come through her feeds, but obviously I've never really delved into it. Well, boy, Jess Cunningham.
Well, you think that we're a bit batshit crazy. Jesus Christ. She was next. I mean, she was crackers, wasn't she? But on a good good
crackers. But what I loved is that she owned every fucking bit of it.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Like, I get skitted for having, you know, different accents and different voices, and, you know, I'll be doing a Cal voice 1 minute and then squeaking the other. Her vibe was like, I think, if I'm being honest, probably a bit Marmite. You either love her or you hate her.
Yeah.
I thought she was fucking brilliant.
I thought she was brilliant.
So she is the founder. Well, do you know what? I'm just gonna say, you know, she might be batshit crazy in people's eyes, but she's a multimillionaire.
And she was homeless at one point.
Yeah.
She's not come from money. She was homeless.
Yeah. So I think we can all take a little leaf out of that book.
But do you not think that, you know, everybody bar Mart was women that day? Nobody's come from money.
Really bad background.
They've all come from not necessarily deprived backgrounds, but they have all made their money and are living amazing, you know, powerful women lives just through doing the work.
So Jess is the pioneer and founder of belief coding, which is a transformative technique designed to unlock the subconsciousness and rewire limiting beliefs. And she was dynamic, all right. She was like, basically, can't even describe it.
I'd not even written that many notes at that point because I feel she had us up and down doing lots of things. But basically, it was just speaking to yourself, wasn't it? It was like saying if you can tell yourself something, then you believe it more. And saying it with conviction.
Yeah. 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 It was really good. And
the only thing I wrote for hers was choose faith over fear.
That came up a lot. All the speakers said that.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it was about having, it's about choice.
Yeah, and you have to believe. You have the choice, and you have to believe, don't you?
Yeah, it's like, I feel like I'm going to jump ahead, but next week's podcast is about the next place we've been to. But one of the things that kept sticking out today was you choose joy over fear. Do you choose joy or do you choose fear? You can only have one or the other.
Yeah.
I choose joy.
Mad joy.
Every flipping time.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Sorry, just back in the nightclub. Just dancing.
And then finally, was it? Yeah, it was finally.
Yeah.
Finally was the one that I think had the whole venue in silence and sending shivers down your spines and having goosebumps on your arms.
I will admit, I was very kind of ignorant to who were presenting. I should have done my research. I hadn't done, and I'd never heard of this person. And oh my god, yeah, what a gift!
It was Kirsty Gallagher.
Oh my god, I'll be stalking her a bit more.
I think anyone in the spiritual self-development realm is all pretty much in love with her at the moment.
Yeah. And I can see why.
What a woman.
She just the way she speaks like to your soul.
Yeah.
It's not like she's just talking at you. She's just, I don't know.
So she's
I think I'm girl crushing.
Yeah. She is a moon mentor, alignment and spiritual coach, yoga teacher, meditation teacher, and Sunday Times best-selling author with an infectious passion for life. I'm just reading her bio, and she was so she's done the book Lunar Living
and the Goddess Path. Is it that she's done?
Yes,
which I've not read yet. And then she's just brought the new book out. What's the new one called? Your Cosmic Purpose.
Yes, that's it.
It's what she's just brought out. But I was talking to Sarah, big fan of Little Bit Woo Show, and she was saying that she also speaks on Chris Evans's show.
Right.
So she does the lunar forecasty.
Yes, well, she's just started to do a lunar forecast
She's done it on her own page.
On a thing, on her Instagram as well.
So she was basically talking about how
astrology,
the Earth, astrology, and how the Earth goes in cycles. And she was basically going through what this cycle of living means to us.
Mm-hmm.
And she was basically saying that it's about the crumbling of higher powers. As in the masculine, not as in men, but as in the masculine energy, so power driven, and it's all it's starting to crumble. But what resonated with me with this was almost looking at the horse world and how things that have been in power for the last century maybe are all starting to, people are looking at things differently, and things are starting to crumble a little bit, I feel.
So this is what I wrote in my notes. So in astrology, what the time we're in right now, it says never in recorded history has the astrology been in this time, and this year is about creating a shift of consciousness.
Yeah.
And the world is crumbling and it's starting to change, as we start to rise up. And what came through was there's a lot more rising of women, especially in women power and the feminine energy. Yeah, so basically what she was saying is that what came through is about the spiritual charlatans rising, that there's a rise, especially of the feminine energy, where we're starting to call out the bullshit. And what she was saying is, if you think you don't know what to do, we always know, and we always know what to do. It's the fear that's stopping us from rising up. So she was like, don't dim the light of your soul.
Yeah.
Your intuition doesn't give you boundaries.
Yeah. And your true purpose for why you're here would be like, you listen to your intuition, don't you?
But I love how your intuition doesn't give you boundaries.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh.
The other thing I wrote down, well, it's the only thing I wrote down. I think by the end of the day, I was just I was just like in awe of how she was speaking. So I don't think I really wrote anything. But the one thing I did write is, anger is a beautiful emotion. It shows where a boundary has been crossed. It's only when we store it that it comes out as a negative action.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's great because, you know,
so
we're told all the time, like, oh, be happy. And, you know, we are quite high vibing people, but we are allowed to be angry. We're allowed to be sad. We're allowed to experience that full spectrum of emotions, and which we do. It's healthy to do that and not to suppress it. And this is where she's coming from with that. Like, anger, we're allowed to be angry because, you know, if somebody does cross a boundary, that's how you express that. But it's when you hold on to it that you then start acting on that. And that's where anger gets the bad connotation, because people are aggressive with anger. They don't have to be aggressive with anger. You can be angry without being aggressive.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
But that's how we should, you know, that's how we should start thinking in the horse world as well. And I'm not talking about anger towards our horses. It's just
more towards each other, I think.
Yeah.
You know, you're allowed to be angry by things that go on in the world, but you don't need to act on that, because that's when it becomes a negative. Yeah. But you're allowed to feel it, otherwise it'll drag you down.
Yeah. Kirsty Gallagher's going to also be at the Happy Faces Festival,
which we're going to. So if anybody wants to join us at Tatton Park at the end of August, then come join our tribe.
Definitely.
Should we do a little bit weird day out?
Yeah.
We're going to be there both days, guys.
Yeah, Saturday.
We're not presenting yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Get that on us vision board.
Manifest that.
Maybe we could be we'd be at Manifest as presenters. That would be fun, wouldn't it? We'd be giving Francesca Amber a run for her money anyway on the swearing Richter scale.
God, I've only just got over my fear of talking on a microphone. Never mind on a stage, Gemma. Get over the fear. Fear is the only thing holding you back. It's funny though, isn't it? Coming to fear and just even saying that. Like, how many of the presenters said that they all felt ill and, you know, they had
sick, nervous. But
it's because it meant so much to them. That comes back to the first, like Jude saying, like, if it means that so much to you, then, you know, then you will feel it. If something's massive, then you'll feel it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I think it's fair to say that we had an absolutely lovely weekend, and have a look on Manifest 2026. It's been announced that it's going ahead already, and
we've already got our ticket.
We bought our ticket straight away. I can actually see this being a two-day event eventually.
Yeah,
because a 45-minute was not enough for each speaker.
No. And I think, you know, if you're like, oh my God, this is not me, like, this is crazy, I think with anything, and this is how I seem to go through life, is just be open to things. Like, I wasn't about any of this a few years ago, and, you know, people that have known me longer than maybe 3-4 years will know that, you know, this isn't how I operated back then. But we all grow and we all learn, and Look at me now, going to manifest and
Pop World.
and pop. I'd have gone to Pop World anyway.
Would you
But just just open your mind, open your heart up to these things, and there's so much that you can learn from it, and just grow as a person. And I think in growing as a person, we grow for as horses as well.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't always have to be horse focused, but we can then bring it back to the horse.
Yeah, no, definitely. So I think we'll leave it there for this week's episode, because that's
nearly an hour.
Well, get ready for next week's, because we're going straight in on our next little adventure that which we've actually just been to today, but we're going to record it for next week. So yeah, anyway, we'll leave it there. So thank you so much as always for listening. Feel free to like, share and subscribe. Pass it to a friend. Let's grow this community, a place of love.
Let's get a minibus going to a happy place. Manifest next year.
Yeah. It'll just be
party bus.
We could have our own t-shirts, a little bit woo merch. Maybe we're already on it. Anyway, we will see you guys next Tuesday for a little bit more woo.
Woo woo!